Hello and welcome back. I thought we'd get out this version of the diesel Pullman and have a look at it today for no other reason than it's just a particularly fine looking model or group of models. So I think this one came along 69 in this livery. The original pretty blue variant was sort of early 60s, and this one ran into the early 70s. So I think it's quite a fine looking thing, especially with this station. I think it suits this station incredibly well. I think what we'll do is just bring this other train round to the station and we'll get the Pullman underway again. It's an excuse to run some 00. Let's give that a little power. Let that run around. Tremendous noise. And bring that alongside the Pullman. There we go. Let me just grab the grab the controls for the Pullman while we're at it. We'll put those ones down. We'll pick these ones up. And we'll get that underway. Let's see if we can get in just that little bit tighter. And we'll dial in a little power. We've got the ribbed wheels making that familiar sound. Not many pickups on this model, so it can struggle sometimes on some of the point works. Makes a slightly different noise on those alloy rails on the point work. We'll get that nice stop there. Looks pretty good in that station, but I think it really suits that 00 station. It just has that really quite nice look about it. Let's continue round. I'll just bring that nice gentle stop in the station again. There we go. Let's just pop the controls down for a second and we'll have a swift look at this catalogue. So this is a 69 catalogue. So I was going to drop the controls there. So here it appears on page 10. So it's sold as a 2-car set. So if you have a look at the insert picture there, you can see how it looked in its box. And I've got the coaches there with their boxes, fairly sort of worn boxes, but it's always very nice to have them. So quite smart with its cardboard sleeve. So there's a powered and a non-powered car in the new BR livery at the time. It's complete with interior seating detail. So it's quite a smart looking thing. Terrific illustrations on these pages. It was also sold in a set at this time as well. Let's just quickly roll through it here. So it's got one of the parlour cars with it, sold as a set here. We can see they sold with an oval of, would have been Super 4 track at this time. Let's see if we can we'll just flick through here and we'll have a look at the coach as well. So I think the coaches were made in this livery for a similar period of time. You've got the heavy die-cast locomotives here built by Wren there. I don't have any of these. Here we go. So lots of blue and grey on this page. So here we have the R.426 Pullman Parlour Car with seating, suitable for adding to the blue Pullman train. New British Rail livery. So all very exciting. Let's pop that away and we'll swap a set of points. We'll see if we can bring this locomotive around onto the inner line, and then we'll have a quick look at the models, I think. So I just want to change this point here. So we'll just change that one, and then this one over here. That's it. So we're all set up as one at the moment. We'll grab the controls. We'll come out a little bit in front of that. Very bright light through the window this morning. I think we'll just pass straight through the station. take a bit of power off it coming through all of these points. I think I'm just going to stop it there for the moment, and I'm going to undo what I've done with the points before I forget about it. So if we just go to the switches over here, so we just want to go straight with that one, straight with that one, so that should undo all of that. And ideally, as it's set up for just using with one controller, that should just run without any trouble. Sorry, I was deep in thought there for a moment. Let's just pop the controls down and see if we can get a couple of close-ups of this in action. Now, I've always thought that this livery is quite a smart looking livery. I know the blue one is exceptionally pretty, but I think this is as an item, it's quite a smart looking, sort of that grey and the blue stripe down the windows with the yellow end. I think it's very purposeful. Let's have a look down those coaches. I was hoping to do a better job of following that around, and it's caught me just a little bit further away than I was able to twist round at the time. So I think we'll grab these controls again. Directing just a little bit more power in there. Most of the cab all painted up in yellow, got the headlamps in white there. Let's just have a quick look down the side of the model. So I think this is more or less the same as the earlier blue one, although they have had to change what they do with the windows. We don't have those inserts anymore, those glazing inserts, so the model was changed for that. But apart from that, I think we're more or less the same item. Let's have a look under there. You've got the pinpoints there. I think the blue models, these were painted at parts of this were painted up in silver. And we've got built in Britain upside down there. Should we go for the other way up and see if we can get the focus on there? A triangle, built in Britain, off-center securing screw, ribbed wheels, and then I have added extra washers to these securing screws because this base plate didn't nip down onto the base of the bogie quite as neatly. It's sort of slightly wobbly, so I've done that on a couple of other models. The screws aren't they're too long for the hole they go into, as far as I can tell. So you've got that basic pickup there, coupling just screwed on with a single crosshead screw. So no real sort of cab detail in there. It's quite shiny, the front end of that, and sort of lovely detailing, just like the earlier blue model. And I think they came along in sort of 63, and there was a slight variation on it in 68 with the yellow end. Let's pop that down and just have a look at the dummy. So it has the same type of bogie on the front as it does on the back of it. So I think that was the same on the blue ones as well. There isn't a dummy. Doesn't appear to be a dummy motor bogie that I've seen. Could be wrong, but thinking back, I don't think my other models do have it. They're not like the EMU has the later ones had the dummy bogie with the sort of detailing for the pickup, the third rail pickup down the side. But yeah, they're in fairly nice conditions. You saw the boxes are a bit tatty. They've kept the models all sort of quite nice. Sounds like we might have a weight wandering around inside this one. But yeah, really quite nice condition. And I think with the blue ones, the motor coach, the one with the motor in is R.555, and the dummy was R.556. I'm not sure whether these were ever sold separately. I think they were sold as that nice smart set as we saw in the picture earlier on. And the coach just retains the same number as 426. And again, I think these were just made from 69 into the early 70s for quite a short period of time. And they showed up in the set. So we can have a quick look there. The sort of seating detail you can see through the windows. So again, it doesn't have that glazing strip that the earlier coach, blue coach, had, but apart from that, I think the model is more or less the same item. So have a look down underneath. And we've got the writing the wrong way up as ever. There we go, off-center securing screw again. Yeah, built in Britain. You can see the base of the seating unit there. So you've got the running number. I don't know, that's very, very subtle. Let's see if we can just see that. I think if I come any closer to the camera, we're going to lose the focus on that. I've set the points up so we can run this back onto the outer line. So we'll just follow that round. I must encourage that cable to be a bit less wayward, I think. Every time it catches on the corner shot, I keep thinking I should pull that down, and I never get around to it. So this is just going to swing off to the left, just in front of the 00 station here. Round the back of the turntable. Let's come out in front of it a little. And run through the crossover. And I'll run back to the trying station. And a nice gentle stop there. I'm just going to fiddle with the point work behind me. We'll set that straight. There we go. And the other one. That's the one just in front of the station there. Let's see if we can get the 00 train up and running on the railway. So let me grab the controls. Confusingly, I've put them down both quite close together, but let's give that a little power and see if that can run away there. See if it will behave itself. I think that's going to warm up a little bit by itself. And just take the edge off that. Maybe I took too much out of that. I suspect that this is going to gather a bit of pace by itself in the next minute or two. And away through the station. Slight hesitation on that rail. It's that. I think it's causing something. Let's get the Pullman underway as well, I think, as it runs through here. And we'll just have a little bit of double running just for a moment or two. And slow the Pullman service down as we pass through the station. See if we can keep focus on the trains. It's all quite satisfying when they run around together like that. And sort of run out of sync a little bit there. But I think that's probably it for this time. Thank you again for looking in. Hugely appreciated. If we look back again next time, we'll see if we have something else interesting to look at. Goodbye now.